love into every action. I cannot tell you the joy I felt. I was so eager to get here to share that with you. Bring love into every action. When you fight, you're not bringing love into the action. It is action with assertiveness. Bring love into every action. Bring love into every mental action. It has to begin with mental action. Buddha understood it. Why are we so slow to understand it? We think of action as physical. That's not where action begins. That is a reaction to the mental where it begins. Thought. The activity of thought determines the physical activity. And so long as there's just activity of thought that determines physical activity, there's resistance, there's warfare, there's mental warfare, there's focus on light and darkness and all the polarities and pairs of opposites. You know that. Anytime you're resisting, anytime you're fighting, anytime you're worried about anything, you're looking at two components, pro and contra. You're always seeing the opposites there. Buddha was so wise. He said everything that we're fighting about, all our resistance arises from this belief that good and evil are separate realities. That's the delusion. That gives rise to religious wars. Not one of them has been holy. Gives rise to internal conflict on the battlefield of life. We're on the battlefield of life instead of the Garden of Eden or the kingdom of God. So long as we entertain and hold on to the concept of good and evil as two separate realities in eternal opposition to each other, that whole premise is baloney. There's no way they can be in eternal opposition to each other because they're non-eternal, and because they're non-eternal they have to be concepts. That which is eternal is not a concept, and love is not a concept. That's why we can never be without it. So there was. Bring love into every action. Where's your conflict? With whom is your conflict? Your spouse? Naughty, naughty. The only reason you have a conflict with your spouse is that you have a conflict internally. Or your parent or your child. They're not the source of your conflict. You are. They're not even the source of your problem. You are. You problem monger. So we're the source of our problem, not someone else. No, I never had a problem until you came into my life. Well, I didn't know I had a problem, so I have to revise. I didn't know I had a problem until you came into my life. But you're not the problem. You made me aware that I have a problem. Now I blame you for making me aware that I have a problem. That's the problem. And I should thank you for being my guide, being my eyes to help me see that I have the problem. Thank you for showing it to me. Oh, thou revealer of truth. Oh, thou sage of your... So my friends, so long, what Krishna is saying, so long as I live in the consciousness that life is a battlefield and that I'm at war with, there's mental warfare between good and evil, just so long I will have a struggle. And now, here's the good news. There comes a point when we become so weary of struggling, of conditions not changing or improving, or you feel your batting average is not worth advertising. that we finally surrender and say, God, I need your help. Show me what I need to do that I'm not doing. I have done everything to prove that I'm right. And everyone's done everything to prove that I'm wrong. So who's right? So the yogic teaching is very much focused on taking us out of the state of ignorance, and so it incorporates meditation. So now let's take meditation. Isn't there an internal struggle when we start meditating? Because the two natures are competing with each other. So Krishna says you have to fight. Even when you meditate, there's a fight going on. You have to fight, you have to struggle to rise above the samskaras. All the finite impressions, all the old habits and attitudes and beliefs.